Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Loop Hero. It's been a couple of days for me since I last recorded an episode, partially due to some ill health. Well, if you remember last time, and I think I remember quite well, we defeated the Act 4 boss on our first try with the Rogue. So our Rogue has now beaten every Act boss. And I did say that I was going to come back and try and do it with the other two characters, so here I am. There's also some synergies we're missing. We've just unlocked the Academy. Sorry, I say unlocked the Academy. We upgraded the Gymnasium, which has become an Academy, and that's given us a Suburbs card, so I'd like to see what that Suburbs card does. We still have other things we'd like to do, like upgrade the Cemetery, but we need lots of stone for that. And my goal now, I think, is to complete the game with the other two characters, so Necromancer and Warrior, and I'd like to see as many of these synergies as I can get. If we don't find them all, then there's a chance that I might just look them up, and then maybe just do one video just finishing off the rest of them. But we fought most the mobs now. Like, we've seen all the bosses, most mobs, not all. I'm not sure if we have every one of these items. In the alchemy menu there is a gap here, so I presume there's one more, but I'm not sure. And we still have a lot of what are they called? Like, the supplies missing. So we'll try and pick up some more of these. But I don't plan on just like infinitely running this and just continue trying to beat runs, because I think it's fairly solvable, the game, and there won't be too much differences from then on. But that being said, I think we're going to change the deck quite drastically and just try and beat Act 3 with something a bit weirder, or at least let's have a run while it's a little bit weirder. Just going to quickly check. So we can upgrade these mud huts at some time, so that'd be nice. But I'm definitely not looking at upgrading every single building. I don't think that's the type of playthrough this is going to be. So we're coming back to Act 3, and I'm going to take the Necromancer out. We've not played with the Necromancer much. He's definitely our least played character. Our Warrior was probably the most. So let's give him some time in the show. Now, Warrior had a chance of beating Act 3, but failed a few times. So, as I said, I think we're going to try the 0 milestone. I don't think it's as good as Arsenal, but let's see what we can do. So we have to bear in mind now that it weakens monsters that are closer to the meridian and strengthens the one that are far away. So we're going to have to place our more difficult tiles in the middle, is the plan. We've also got suburbs, which says can only be placed next to other suburbs if they are present. So I don't know how that works. I presume we can just place it anywhere else, or can we just place it next to a village? But I want to try village next to suburbs and see what that does. I'm going to leave wheat fields, I think, in. Outpost will go out now, because I think Outpost is pretty bad on either the Necromancer especially, but also I don't think it's great on the Warrior. We should probably bring the Road Lantern out, because we don't want to fight too many enemies. And I think I'm happy to put Blood Grove back in, or Skeletons can take some of the damage. In terms of other cards that I would like to trade away, I'm not sure at the moment. Smith's Forge actually doesn't seem too bad with this class. I think I'm quite happy with the Bookery. Maybe we just take wheat fields out. Although, again, they're not a bad enemy for us to fight right now. It's a difficult decision, really. We don't want Storm Temple on our deck. Do we want to try Desert? Probably not. As I said, I think this is the best. Well, these three have been the best environment tiles so far. What does Suburbs do again? Increases the experience gained from killing an enemy by 1. Okay, that's quite neat. But we're really looking for synergies on this card. I think I'm going to take out Beacon and leave Temporal Beacon with Vampire Mansion. I think that's how we'll play this. Okay, so let us go and try the expedition. So back to Act 3, so not quite as hard as the previous act. This time we don't have our Arsenal, but we have to place 0 milestone down somewhere. And I presume we can just place this anywhere. Doesn't really matter too much if we block the spawn. Oh, it goes on the map. Interesting. Let me just place it here. Okay. So monsters can exist on 0 milestone. That's cool. We've picked up our first temporal beacon. Where do I put it? I think I'm going to place one up here, except we get a watcher fight early on. I'm almost certainly going to do the blood growth thing on these inside of loops. Another grove. In fact, I'll put one down here for now. And let's start placing our first meadows. We want as much space for our rivers to go, but it's kind of symmetrical, so I think I'll probably do the rivers down here. Yeah, I had quite a rough day yesterday, so I wasn't able to do any recordings. Like, halfway through yesterday, I sort of had a major choking accident, and for a brief period thought I was in a lot of trouble, but fortunately it seems to have all resolved itself for now. So I was just eating a piece of chicken, like, at lunchtime, and for some reason I, like, did the usual thing as you're eating and, like, moved the bolus of food to the back of your throat, and when I went to swallow, nothing happened. And that was kind of freaky, especially when I needed to breathe, so I inhaled quite a lot of the chicken and just like coughing it all up. So I was in quite a lot of distress for a while and felt a bit wheezy, so I decided to rest my lungs and my vocal cord. I sounded a bit like raspy, but I woke up this morning generally pretty fine, so I decided to continue the recordings. But yeah, I really don't know what happened. As I said, it felt like my throat was almost like slightly paralysed. But it's pretty freaky. Fortunately, I had like a glass of fairly still Coke, because I'd left it out for a while. So I was able to lubricate my throat with that to help get the stuff down there, I suppose. And then I was able to take some like first aid advice to get the chicken out. And so I was quite happy with myself because I didn't just completely panic. There was like a moment of, obviously, of worry. But immediately I was bent over and like compressing against my stomach. And then afterwards, when I just had like bits, I read something online, this might help people, so I'll just tell you, that the recommendation is to put like a cushion under your hips and lie face down so your windpipe sort of points forwards. And I was like that for like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, and I think I coughed most of it up. So currently I've not got any more ill effects of it. But it was pretty freaky, to be honest with you. Especially since I was on my own as well, my partner was at work. Ironically at a hospital. Let me just think for a second what I'm doing. Does this do anything? No. And you can't put suburbs next to a village. Okay. But yeah, as I said, I ended up just giving myself a break yesterday. Didn't really do anything, just relax for the rest of the day. And here I am now, fine kicking. There are obviously, okay, so you have to now place next to, okay, I see how this works. So yeah, as I said, yesterday I was a bit like freaked out, but I don't feel like I've got any ill effects right now of it. But that could change. You can get like types of pneumonia from it. I can't remember, like asphyxiated pneumonia, so I just need to watch out for things like that. But yeah, it was just really wild. This place for a village was actually incredibly dumb for me. I don't know why I did that, but we'll try to ransack it. And honestly, actually, yeah, we'll keep placing meadows up here. Yeah, so people like, look out, just take some of my advice, I guess, if it happens to you. I wouldn't want to wish it on anyone, like, it was pretty distressing for me at the time. And, like, sometime afterwards. But we're okay now. Seem to be alive and kicking, so don't worry about me anymore, obviously. Hopefully a long-term thing. Just a bit worried about my throat not being able to swallow, but if it happens again, I can probably deal with it better than I did last time. Ah, first vampire mansion. I would put it up here, but I actually really want to ransack this village now, so I'm going to ransack it. And let's keep placing our rivers down. I think this river thicket combo is insane, by the way. As I said, I've not looked into like other people's playthroughs of this, so I've not really had any hints. But I'd be surprised if people weren't using that combo. It just feels so strong. Ooh, it might be a bit of a misplay, but actually, it should be fine early on. So these watchers are kind of annoying, but they're not the end of the world. I don't know how good loot they give either, but they typically just run away. But I will look at blocking the spawns anyway later on, just in case. So what we're looking for in the necromancer, well, we're generally looking for skeleton level, skeleton quality. Max skeletons right now really doesn't matter to me. But we're dealing with everything so far pretty comfortably. We don't have to worry about this boss rush mode either. Yes, give me 5 defense. Just single boss in Act 3. Yeah, that was a huge surprise to me, I've got to say. When I just like randomly spawned the boss in the back end of a loop. I was certain we were going to die on that last run like multiple occasions. But we just kept persevering, kept plugging on. And we did it. As I said, I was completely shocked. I didn't know how many episodes it would take me to complete Loop Hero with like 8 character. But I was expecting to be in like the 30s, maybe the 40s. But I think I've picked up quite a good grasp for the game right now and how it works. And I definitely think we came to like a favourable synergy. I don't know if it's the best synergy, but it was favourable for us. And we sort of stuck to it for most of the characters, just changing like the odd card or two. Ooh, way higher skeleton level, we lose quality. I think quality is quite powerful. So far, not seen a forest, which has been kind of strange, but I'm sure they'll come. More suburbs. Again, we're looking for synergies with these suburbs. I'm kind of like annoyed with actually how I've placed all this, because I wonder if like a 3x3 suburbs does something. Well, I'll try and figure that out down here. I've started to leave space below. Ooh, a yellow level 3 ring. And I think I'll take that on the right slot. This fight could be kind of annoying, as that we don't deal well with multiple enemies. As the necromancer. Definitely the weakest thing. So that's why I've got these road lanterns in. And I've typically used enemies that don't spawn multiple enemies. This is like the only exception, and I just think it's because the count lands are so strong if you can get them early. It's like a big heal on the loop. And it gives you a lot of experience for the quest that is super useful, to be honest with you. But we have to find a way of dealing with this pretty quickly. And here's our first level. So again, we're looking at completing this act with this character, so I think I'm only going to take something that proactively helps us. So 0.25 skeletons level per loop starting when the loop district was received. We're on loop 3, that's not actually bad. I think I will take it. And the other one was 20% chance to exceed number of skeletons. It's quite a nice ability, but it's not very like useful versus a boss. Or it's not guaranteed, like 20% chance of it happening maybe in the boss fight. I want to take something a bit more like predictable than that. Again, we're going to weave this river around and get like ×8 attack speed from thickets. Currently I have nothing to really do with this Oblivion, and I'm going to hold the Bookery I think until I have something to do with it. Just trying to think where I want to put the Grove for right now. I think I'd happily have a Grove up here as well. But yeah, we have to be very careful with these, because as I said, if we get out-tempoed, and it's my like word of the week, or month, or year with Necromancer, tempo is so important. If we start spawning like 3 very difficult enemies, we're not going to be able to summon 2 skeletons, and we're just slowly going to suffocate to death. And you can die in some really annoying ways with this character. Let's get ×2 thicket there. So what we're looking at this Oblivion using it on, I'm not sure yet. I don't know if we're going to get something spawned from the suburbs, placing multiple suburbs down. I assume that's going to give us a new enemy type. Basically everything else has given us an enemy type like that. Ooh, this is quite nice. But other than that, bandit camp maybe. They can be pretty annoying. Ooh, Smith's Forge is actually quite nice for us right now. So I don't know if the effect of Smith's Forge, and this is what I want to test, applies to our skeletons as well as us. Because it does say on the title card that things that affect us affect our skeletons as well. Right, first road lanterns, I'm going to place this down here for now. More river. And we still have these cards which are kind of useless to us right now. So this is a pretty tricky fight for us. 4 enemies. He's buffing everyone, which is kind of annoying. As soon as we kill one, the fight's fine. And the Watcher ran away, which is great. And we got another Blood Grove, which is quite nice. So it's interesting, Blood Growth has carried us throughout like most of this game so far. And basically just up until the end of the game, we took it out and we beat the game without it. I still think it's a really good card, don't get me wrong. But I think the Flesh Golems like in Act 3 like we are now, and Act 4 is so dangerous that it's hard to justify taking it on the Warrior and the Rogue. Just having a guaranteed chance of like, he must hit you with an attack and he can crit, pretty bad. The only reason I put him back on the Necromancer is because the Necromancer skeletons can take it instead of him, hopefully. But it could still go badly for them, just like using a bit of probability. I think other than that, the Grove is very strong. It also helps us deal with multiple enemies, with the Road Lanterns, the other thing that helps us. So we picked up an old painting now, which is lovely. And I'm going to start 3x3 in the suburbs. I just tried Temporal Beacon next to a suburb just in case something weird happened, but it didn't. We have seen, like, for example, in Storm Temple that affects forests in its area of effect, and we have to check these area of effect things on the villages. More forests, which are fine. I guess I should try forest next to suburb, does nothing, not unexpected. Yeah, I'm really not sure what the synergies we're looking for right now. It's kind of hard to predict. Oasis is one we did predict, but it was kind of obvious, in my opinion. Though unlocking like river and desert at similar times, they were almost certainly going to give you an oasis. But I was surprised in the last run to get like reeds when I think it was a river next to a road tile. So I'm sure other things could come up. I mean, river next to these might also be in effect. But I don't know if we're going to get the chance to try it right now, just because of like how far away the river is from it. We have an amulet. This has some quality on it. I think summon quality is probably more important right now. We also got the level 5 ring with just summon quality and skeleton level. I need to trade some defense off, but I think that's okay. Well, summon quality is 75% right now. As I said, we've never seen anything other than these 3 basic skeletons. So it'd be kind of nice to know if there was like more than that. But I get the feelings from having played it so far that there aren't. So I'll place that there, a weak field adjacent to it, so I'm not looking at ransacking this one at the moment. I think we're getting a bit too late. Maybe if I picked up immediately I might do it, but right now I'm not too tempted. And then we have a Bookery again, which I'm just going to place on the inside of this corner to trade out cards that we don't want anymore. Admittedly right now I can't think of too many cards I don't want. Maybe hold off on the Groves for now, or even the Blood Grove actually. So this is just generally better. We lose a lot of quality, but it's still pretty high. This is annoying with the Skeleton Archer pinging us from the back. We have lost a boss fight to that. It's the exact same thing happening. But yeah, I mean, weak fields I guess from now on will be useless because I can't place them anymore. And we continue a little winding river through the thickets. And things are looking quite nice. We have 9 out of 9 potions. Never really been threatened. Here's a weak field that we will trade at the Bookery when we come back round, I guess. And some meadows. And the question is, do I want to start doubling the effect of some meadows? I don't think it's the best use for them, so I'm going to say no for now. But I'm getting a bit tight on space over here. I might have to start building down here, actually. Yeah, I'll probably start putting stuff down here. And in fact, to that cause, let us start using forest. So single Scarecrow doesn't bother us. Scarecrows are also quite nice to go next to the armories because they banish an enemy away. So if you put it near the smithy or whatever it's called, if we put it next to that, it'll banish the living armor, which I think is also one of the worst enemies to fight in the game. Do I want 5 defense instead of 0.6 regen? Again, I don't know how the per second tick still works out, but I'm going to say I want just the raw defense. Again, this will be the trickiest tile for us. We're going to get 5 mobs if we attack the vampire, which we're not. I would have preferred still to attack the vampire first, because the bat has a symmetrical effect, as you see now, and he would have hit more of his allies than us, the enemies. Ooh, level 4 legendary tome. Yep, that has a lot of things I want on it. So So it's so long ago since I actually did the Act 3 as the rogue. And I don't completely remember how I beat him. I think I just kept hitting it really hard. Like, very, very fast and just hitting it hard with crits. And I think that's basically how we won it. It was almost like a raw damage assault. Oh, we've made a town. Increases the experience gained from killing enemies by 2. Okay, so there's... Isn't 3 by 3, it's just like a plus sign. And that improves them. It'll be interesting to know if I plus this way as well, if this will improve. I assume it will do. So it's kind of a mistake placing that medal there. It almost actually is worth Oblivion getting it. And I guess if I get a spare Oblivion, I might do that. But for now, it's not worth Oblivioning. I've probably got better targets. This area is pretty tricky for us, but I still think we'll get through it fine. I wouldn't mind seeing some more vampire mansions, actually. Upon each building, hero gets 8 times loop experience. Interesting. So we've already got stuff that helps us get experience, so maybe we just try to get more experience. A permanent plus 0.5 bonus to energy armor for every summoned skeleton. Is that in the run? Or just in the battle? I mean, all of these seem pretty good. I'm going to go for this, because I think we're still early enough to gain the benefit of it. But, again, I'm not 100% experienced enough to say if this will have been better for us. This trades summon quality, but from better skeletons. I think I'll take it. I would say we normally get to the point where... I think after this it would be 1,000 and something. And then like nearly 2,000 or like 1,800. And I think that at that point we normally don't get that level. So I'm intrigued to see if we'll level one more time than we normally would do. If we don't, then we really haven't gained the benefit of that. But it's the only like synergy so far I've seen for experience, which up until now has basically been like a set number, and we couldn't change it. So let's keep bombing these over here. I have loads of weak fields that I can't do anything with, but we can trade these out soon at the cookery. Would have liked a village there, but it's fine. We should be able to deal with this guy not too bad. Counters should hit them. He's targeting us right now. Oh no, he changed target, interestingly. Yeah, we can deal with them quite fine on the necromancer, to be honest with you. As long as we have multiple enemies attacking you, it doesn't matter what our damage is, it's just as long as we get multiple hits on him. I also think attack speed is what's affecting our summoning speed. So, thickets, forests, I just think it's good with every character. It feels like the strongest play. Ooh, this is kind of annoying, actually. Yeah, I'm going to have to go here and just weave up, down. The villages thing is, again, something that we could consider oblivioning, but I think for now, I'm going to just double some forests. I don't mind putting a few forests here, just when I start to feel under a little bit of pressure, and I think the loop is getting difficult enough now that I feel a bit of pressure. Increased by 10%. Okay, that's 0 milestone. How is this working? Because I assumed the meridian was going to be the midpoint, which would be here, but we just fought enemies there with plus 10. Is it the reverse? Is it like things that are close enough to this get weakened? If it is, we've placed this in a really bad place. This is plus 11%. Or is meridian vertical? I don't know. If it's vertical, then this is fine. I kind of thought it had no like benefit of placing on the loop. I thought you just placed it any way you wanted to, and the effect just affected the entire map. But I might be misunderstanding what meridian was that I thought I understood. Start placing some meadows down. I think I'll continue to place a few forests around here. And we have a countland over there. So 0 milestone is now 5%. Yeah, it must be on the vertical. And we just dinged again, which feels pretty quick. After killing an enemy, skeleton fully heals itself. Its damage and HP are increased. I think 3 more traits. I don't really rate that. All skeletons have a 50% chance to perform a counterattack. Not too bad. Full hand of oblivion. Yeah, I think we take this. After the hero receives direct damage, All skeletons have a 15% chance to immediate form a counter attack. I like it. I'm just going to go to the banning phase after this because I would like to place that Vampire Mansion down. And I think it's time to get better skeletons. This is a lot of magic HP. We lose summon quality. It's basically halving our summon quality, but I think we're feeling a bit under pressure right now. I'm starting to take damage to HP, so I'm quite happy to trade that. Vampire Mansion I'm going to put here to get rid of the Watcher effect. Oh, yeah, the Watchers. And things are going okay so far. Nothing special, but nothing bad. Immediately I'm going to trade this for skeleton level. Our skeleton level now is 6.67, which is pretty good. And we just removed those useless wheat fields to us. So this is skeleton quality up, level down. This is strange, but I think I'm going to put this on the right ring just to pick up a bit more quality. This can give us even more level. But we're trading off defense and regen. Sure, give me better skeletons. Skeletons that live longer can effectively heal for us, depending on a bit of luck of enemy attack. I also just noticed that defense buff we're getting from the Smith's Forge isn't affecting our skeletons, it's just us. And okay, yeah, we can keep making towns like that, which is good. Oh, this has gone very awkward for us. So we can't times A anything, we're just going to have to keep going. We could go this way and then up, I suppose. Yeah, okay, I'll do that. I don't know how I saw that there, I saw it completely. Again, on this character we have a critical mass, I suppose, of the smithy forges. So currently we've got one hitting 1 tile and one hitting 2, so that's 3. So that can take off 6 things for us. So we only need like hitting 3 more tiles worth, and then we don't need any more smithy forges. So this is more skeleton level, but not by a lot. Instead of 3 defense, I think I'll keep the 3 defense for now. We have a flash golem up here, which could be awful for us depending on who he targets. But right now our HP is pretty good. Not amazing, but between us and the skeletons, as long as we get lucky, we should be fine. If we get unlucky, actually, we could just die, but let's live a little dangerously. I wish he wasn't peppering our skeletons at the back either. Yeah, he's hitting our skeletons right now, but Heavy Hand is horrible. And Dying Strike, it's really the combination of that, because they can crit for like 300. Which is really, 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 really bad. But they are just the best loot fountains. That being said, the loot they've given us this time, whilst of pretty good quality, is too low level for me right now, so I'm not interested. Let's place it there. Just need to be a bit careful. Again, I was just not thinking about the boss. We are under 50% right now, so we have some time left. Come on. A lot of evade. I am looking for +1 skeleton right now. We just started drinking some of our potions as well. We did get off quite a few evades there, to be honest with you. And I think we'll take a bit of evasion now too. Oh, an Oblivion. Do I want to fight these guys? They're not awful because we don't actually attack them, it's just a skeleton. So I think we could leave these. And we're not going to trade it immediately. So I'm going to hold on to Oblivion for now. And I'm going to put a few more forests down here. So I'm just taking a sip of water. Summon quality down for attack speed and evasion. We have got quite a lot of evasion right now. I've mentioned this on the winning run actually, that we don't really stack up too much evasion, or we haven't done so far. But it's not necessarily terrible. But I think for now, because it's half my summon quality, I'd rather the summon quality. It seems to be a hard stat to pick up right now. Something I'd also like to point out is we haven't actually ever unlocked these slots, or all these slots. I can't remember what you get on the Warlock I think it's like a shield. Sorry, just got a little distracted a second. I think I placed this here. This is probably the most dangerous for us right now. And more meadows over here. But there must be like ways at the camp. Probably a building upgrade that gives us additional equipment slots. Because as I said, I don't think the game would show us this many slots if we could only ever unlock one. But the only way I've seen so far of getting it is off the golden cards. Keep placing rivers down. Oh, he leveled as well. Yeah, this leveling feels pretty strong right now. So card sharp is something we basically just didn't understand the concept of. Like, it just didn't seem useful to us. It has helped us sometimes. That being said, you know what? I'm going to take it. It has got good use cases, like placing rivers down, and the bookery lets us trade cards out. So this is what we're going for. I'm going to place another bookery over here, actually. And we can just trade cards we don't want. We have another vampire mansion, which will go there. Let's remove the other watchers. And let me hover off this. Interestingly, the scarecrow effects, which has scare away. Only one per battle. I didn't quite understand that it was both of them, but it does make sense now that I read it. Only one of their effects goes off. I have noticed before where I was picking up two skeletons, scarecrows, and they haven't banished themselves. And I didn't know if it was they were resistant to it, but it is just that only one of them goes off. They still might be resistant to it, to be fair, but it's just a quest, yeah. Quest rat wolf. Go away. So this is not just better, but it's basically just better. It's one less summon quality for some additional stats, attack speed and defense. That's fine. And another amulet, which is just worse. Wouldn't mind a few more villages, I'm not going to lie. If I could spawn a bandit camp or something, I would just deal with it. So as I said, these I don't think can target us now, so I think they're free for us. This is why I think Thicket is good for the necromancer especially, but I just think he's good on all the classes. I really do think Thicket is the best environment card. Like, additional attack speed is so insane. Killing things quick is just perfect. A duplicate river? No. But you never know, maybe duplicating this experience and just like out-leveling the game is pretty good. Anything that lets us get ahead of the enemies is normally really nice. More blooming meadows. This is kind of a tricky fight, actually. We have a lot of defense to like eat this up a little bit. And I don't mind the bat spawning. It'll interrupt their attacks by probability more than us. Especially when our skeletons reset and we get the buff removed from them by dying. But we are taking a little bit of damage right now. The Smith's Forge, actually, I'm pretty thankful for. Do I want to place this around the boss fight? Yeah, sure. Go around the boss fight. So I think I only need to place one now facing one tile, and I can basically get full use out of it. When I said there is a critical mass, the villages do sometimes give you an item as a quest reward, so it's better to have like one more than the critical mass. I was going to say unlucky, but it's only 10% chance, so I guess it's not that unlucky. And I really need to be a bit careful. I can put these anywhere that I want right now, but these suburbs have to go next to each other. And I don't want a situation like we had with the river where we ruined the river in one of the rooms, not understanding how it worked. And these are quite nice as well. I did consider upgrading watchtowers, but we haven't yet. But I presume it just gives you one more tile like out everywhere. And another river, not duplicated, but fine. Tricky tile coming up. I think that was 2 skeletons in the flesh golem. So, again, we're playing a bit risky. We do have 8 potions right now, so we can survive a few hits. But we only have 390 HP. We're not taking rocks and mountains right now, which were a major source of our HP. The skeleton over there just got hit for 140 and just insta-died. Yeah, this is kind of annoying how this is working out. The other bad thing for the necromancer is when they summon a skeleton, they just attack a random person. So right now I'm getting basically split spawns. I think I will trade this up now. Ooh, level 8 amulet. More magic HP doesn't help me right now. But yeah, he's basically just one-shotting skeletons at the moment, but I'm hoping for very good loot as a reward. Reduce the quality, but way higher attack speed, which I think he's summoning faster. So let's try it. We're basically getting one shot anyway. Yeah, we did okay in that fight. It could have been much worse. I don't think that's actually better than what we've got. And I'm about to come around to a bookery, and I haven't used the Oblivion card. So I guess I'm happy to trade Oblivion. Just having one quick look. You know what? Get out of here, Blooming Meadow. I don't think you'll ever see me trade that too often. An Oblivion for a Blooming Meadow, but... And do I want this Vampire Mansion? I mean... There's no real point in ransacking that now, because I just don't think we're going to have time to deal with it. Let's place it on the bottom here, I suppose. But I don't think I'm going to place too many more Vampire Mansions down now. But maybe I just won't place another one. Or if I do, it'll be in places that just aren't beneficial. Nice little bit of health. Another Grimoire. No. This top part of the loop is pretty spicy right now, I'm not going to lie. As I said, I would really like +1 skeleton right now. More XP, that's good. I should have placed that there, honestly. I don't know what I was thinking. And a cemetery, which I think I'll just throw over here somewhere. I can place another cemetery. Welcome, cemetery. So again, pretty tricky tile. Skeletons do a surprising amount of damage, just like consistent tick damages. But the skeleton archer at close range isn't particularly worrying to us. That's max skeleton +1. I haven't been asking for it, but really I want it on a useful piece of items. Yes, I'll trade evasion for better skeletons. As I said, I really like level and summon quality. It's hard for me to trade them away. Because the quality of our skeletons basically is our fighting capability. I know they gain our like defense and stuff, but right now, it's not what I'm about. More town halls, that's nice. I have another village. What shall I do with this other village? I guess my best... Oh, I could place it here to not fight him. Although I don't really care about fighting him, I'm not going to lie. I thought I would do. That being said, let's not fight him. We've blocked their spawn now with our high IQ play. There are other ones down here where they're going to spawn them, just in case he does something I didn't expect. Let's just not take the chance. There's no reason to. Okay, I'm just thinking where the best place to put this forest is. That'll do. And we've leveled again. 3 strengthened skeletons will be joining one hero in the loop to help in battle. That's okay. Any direct damage to the hero will be even split between his skeletons. That's quite nice. And receive HP on skeleton death. No, split my damage with my minions. Not sure if that triggers on our magic HP as well. I presume it does. Again, this like 20% defense has been quite nice for us. We would have been on much lower HP without that effect. Ooh. That is just an upgrade, so yes. I mentioned before, I'm not sure how I feel about these like items with grade stats. They typically just have one very high stat. I think it's okay to have like 1 or 2 on your build, but you really do need the additional stats to like survive. And what do I mean by that? I mean stuff like defense, vampirism, regen, I suppose. Oh, I blocked it. I was just thinking, what did I do with the thing? You know what? Just go away, Wheatfield. I don't really need you right now. Yes. Nice, Scarecrow removed him. I guess we don't get the loot though. But it's not the end of the world. We're still only like 65% of the way to spawning the boss, so we could loot for a while. These enemies I don't think actually can kill us. Because they just counter our skeletons, and I don't think we ever get an attack. No, apparently we do attack. I thought it was just our skeletons. But we got hit there on the counter. I really thought about it before. We do have an attack. Strange. Okay. So they can kill us, is in other words. Okay, I might Oblivion these then. They're just annoying. And I would Oblivion this one. To be able to put Wheatfield down again. More forests. Am I feeling under a little bit of pressure? Maybe. Just to start doubling these up. Yeah, okay. I'll double a forest instead. We drank a lot of potions in that fight, actually. It was worse than I thought it'd be. That's a lot of attack speed I'd be trading if I traded the left ring, that is. I don't think I can trade summon quality off the right one, really. It's all our summon quality. We'd only get bad skeletons then. And when I say bad skeletons, not awful, but it's not a trade I'm willing to make right now. I said, if we can level up again, and I don't think I've ever seen the level bar to go to 3,680, so I think we have hit the highest level we've ever hit. I would definitely say that... What would I definitely say? I'm just going to weave this like this because I can't really do a C anymore, otherwise I'd just block my river. Yeah, this is definitely the highest I've ever seen. I think even on times where I've looped multiple times, I don't think we ever got up to this. I'd really like to see +1 skeleton on an ability, but right now I think the most likely chance of us seeing it is on an equipment slot, sorry. But we always get 2 out now. I think 3 is quite a comfortable place to be, and normally 4 we can't summon either. But we are getting like higher and higher attack speed, so we're more and more likely to see it. We've just removed a flesh golem, which I'm kind of upset about, but not too upset. It could be worse. And where else would I like to see less enemies? You know what? Just less of these. Oh my god, we keep duping this. And again. Kind of insane right now. There we go. Honestly, like, that 10% dupe might be one of the biggest, like, mysteries for me. I think it's actually okay as a card. I did say, like, I've said for the longest time I just didn't understand it. And there is part of me that thinks, like, oh, just pick up more cards. Like, we're not limited by what's in our deck. It just keeps picking stuff up from a random pool from cards we've put in. But it's so nice when it comes off from, like, a really good card, like a river or something, or a thicket, that are rarer to come up. And it almost feels like the rarity of the card sometimes is less than 10%. So I think it's just a good card. And by card I mean ability. Summon quality, yes. This makes me more happy to trade off this ring now. For regen. And a lot of level. And you know what? Let's do it. What was this 8 one as well? Yeah, I don't need 3 regen. Okay, this is a very spicy tile. We fortunately got the crossbowmen to help deal with us. We might have died actually on this fight had we not got the crossbow boys with us. They just melted this living armor. Okay, that's not too bad to deal with actually, just because of that. How am I going to do this? I think I'm going to just like step this down now. Look, doubling thickets. Or do I just go to here? Yeah, probably just go to here and go across. I've not really left myself a good enough place to go across right now. So you go there. Meadow. There. Temporal beacon. Time goes faster. Where would you like time to go faster? Sure. There. Actually, you know what? That's kind of stupid, but I honestly probably would prefer just doubling up a card. But I'm feeling pretty good right now. I don't think we're in a terrible place. Skeleton level 8.8, pretty high, and the quality's 26%, which isn't terrible. It at least means we get a chance to summon these. I've never really had an option to ever stack quality. it'd be interesting to see if you can go for like 100%. Here comes our loot fountain. So please stop trading everything away. That was my mistake. I forgot where we were. That was a bit of a waste. Amulet. Max skeletons and an amulet. Oh, quality and level and an amulet. We're trading all the quality away. It's like the one thing I don't want it on. But here we go. And to make up for it, let's put that on. And now a ring, which has some quality on it. Goodbye, left ring. Do I want to place a meadow down? Not really. Do I want to place a forest down? Not too much. I'm going to let these switch again. Okay, we eventually got what I think we had at one reroll before. Double that thicket. As I said, maybe 70-75% of the way to spawning the boss now. And I think we're ready to try and fight him, in all honesty. Where's the best place to put these? You know what? Up here now. We're never going to get over here with the river, I think. We can now summon 3 skeletons as I said, but we're not going to summon it everywhere. I don't want to make these bladed things. I think we've handled this run quite well so far. As I said, most of it, I think a lot of this game does come down to your deck and like the additional things you have there. There's then some like minor little plays that can make your life easier, but beyond that, it's all, as I said, it's an auto battle, so it's kind of just auto plays itself. We just have to make the odd decision here and there just to like help us in our favour. Yes, more quality, please. Okay, I'm pretty happy with this loot right now. Summon quality is at 81%. I think that is now the highest we've seen that as well. But still, we're just seeing these boys. Another vampire mansion, a temporal beacon. Do I want to put a temporal beacon somewhere? You know what? Sure, temporal beacon there. Let's stick a vampire mansion on the inside of the corner to block watcher spawns. And we have more rivers, and I'll trade the weak field when we get around to it. So this is a fight that can kill us, despite what I said earlier, because we do apparently make an attack, it's just very infrequent. I think it's when we summon maximum skeletons, we then attack. But we can deal with that quite fine. As I said, what's our attack speed now? 133%. We're just summoning them so quickly at the moment. As I said, tempo, tempo, tempo. That's the important thing for the necromancer. We just want tempo. That's max skeletons plus 1. Do I want 4 skeletons potentially for the last battle? Will I ever be able to summon 4 skeletons? This is kind of a difficult decision. You know what? Let's try it. I mean, we could summon 4 skeletons there pretty easily, but I'm just worried that the hunter's going to crit these and like one-shot them because they only have like 1670 HP. But our attack speed is so high right now that before we get to the boss, we might be able to make use of this. Let's pause quickly. I've got another Blood Grove and another Smith's Forge. I'd like the Smith's Forge to hit 2 tiles. Is that a smart move? It's not too bad smart. Bad smart? That's a word? No. Just trying to think. Like, if I put it here, he blocks it, so we just never have to fight it. But it's kind of wasted. This is a little bit dangerous, but I'll try it. This will trade 2 here, so I think we've now hit the critical mass that it should rotate everything out in our inventory now on a run. But we will get quest bonuses. So we might need 1 more. The Blood Grove I can't really place right now. The Thicket I can and will. And you know what? Let me just start using a few forests here and there now. But yeah, I'm getting 4 out pretty convincingly right now. Ooh, 2 suburbs. And I think I will have another book rate. I think I'm happy to switch Blood Grove out, actually. We don't need Blood Grove anymore. That's not our concern. God. It's getting so messy now. I can't really put it anywhere other than there to get 2 tiles. and I don't want to risk having a book or a tome on the boss. So let's place this here. One of them gets pushed away, that's fine. These scarecrows are actually pretty nasty. I mean, every enemy's nasty by Act 3, even the rat wolves that were kind of just fodder for the early game are now pretty annoying to fight. We're about to trade 3 cards. So Smith's Forge, that's hitting 2, that's 1, that's 3, that's 1, that's 4, that's 2, that's 6, that's 12, so that's the full things. So yeah, 1 more Smith's Forge will basically be enough, I think. And I'll put it here. So if we get any more Smith's Forges, we should not place them anymore. We should trade the cards. We're about to get another bandit camp, and I think I'm okay with that. Where do we want the bandit camp to go? I could place this here to block a spawn. Yeah, sure. Let's have bandits there. I don't mind the bandits going there. I guess I could have gone to anyone. It could have gone here as well, but it didn't. And that there. Loop's starting to get a little bit tricky now, not going to lie. But I'm happy, I think, with what we've got to fight the boss. We're about to ding, actually, as well, incredibly. 3 times loop HP after a skeleton dies. That's not a lot. We could get a handful of Oblivions. That's kind of funny. Is that the right play? It can't be the right play anymore. I think these are all pretty bad for us. I'm not going to lie. Blissful Ignorance lets us just obliterate things we just don't want to fight anymore. And I guess lets us place more better tiles down. Do I think we're going to hit 7,700 HP? No. So really, I think I want an ability that will help us in the boss battle. And I don't think this is going to help us too much. So I think we have to take Residual Heat, which I don't think I've ever taken before. Yeah, I mean, I was actually really considering the Oblivions. Because we've got 2 of those at villages at least that I remember. We have a bandit camp, so that's would have been 3. So 1, 2, 3. Oblivion all of them. I could have even got rid of a Bookery if I wanted to that was kind of low, like that one. That could have been 4. And then, I don't know, get rid of like some meadows or something. That was kind of why I got stumped by it. I think if I had more things I was desperate to Oblivion, then I would have taken the Oblivion card. Hey, I've got another thing now that we could Oblivion. Oh my god, it's just duplicating these like crazy. I still want to hold some tiles left to place thickets, but I think I'm willing to do 1 more. And the thickets is the optimal double target, but we're hitting a point now where we can't be too picky. But like our squad right now is doing really, really, really well. No, I don't want to make a bladed thing. Honestly, I'm happy to trade these 2 cards. But we're really making 4 skeletons work at the moment. But as I said, I wish I could see how much of this contribution is because of this. It must be most of it. I'm not even sure if like the devs might have to nerf it. It's so strong, this combination. Like, I feel like we beat the end game quite early compared to what I think you're meant to. I could be wrong, but that's just my intuition. And I'm pretty certain this was the reason why. Some more suburbs. Making more towns. That's lovely. Forest. Sure, let's double up the forest. Honestly, the vampire mansions now are kind of pointless. So I think I'm going to trade all these cards out. I will probably use the cemetery though. I'm kind of getting to the point where I don't feel like we're really getting stronger anymore. We're just sort of treading water until I place enough like thickets and rivers down and suburbs till I spawn the boss. Which isn't the best place to be in, I'm not going to lie. So let's place this down here. I will still trade these 3 cards out. I just have to remember to go around that corner because it's going to happen very quickly that I have to pause. When one trade happens, pause it this time. Don't just make the 4 trades like immediately. Am I happy for Bookery to go? How many have I got on the map now? 3? You know what? Give me another Bookery. It's not going to open before the end of this run, so that's fine. This is potentially a tricky tile again because he's going to hit like a truck. Yeah, he's hitting for 141 damage and gets a Dying Strike in. Thankfully, he's hitting skeletons right now. But this might be our last really good opportunity for loot. Speaking of which, can we have 5 skeletons, please? Okay, so it's a skeleton mage. That's the first time we've seen that. So if you fill up your board, you get them in the like artillery range slot. He does 66.7 damage, magic damage as well, so that'd be good against gargoyles. And attacks at 0.5. He's pretty nice. And he can't be targeted now. Okay, that was really, really cool. So there is a potential benefit to just having high attack speed and max skeletons and then just ignore the other stats. Really, really interesting. We duped River. Duped River again. Which is kind of awkward. Because we can't really do anything else with the river anymore. Oh, that was kind of a bad place as well, because I can't put one there. Bit of a misplay. Right, trade. Okay, so river now has no use. So we shouldn't place rivers down anymore. Suburb does have some use. The meadow can become blooming, and we'll trade Wheatfield out. Oh, I should probably look at these actually before I just dismiss them. But I kind of like the idea of being able to get this artillery one. Realistically, can we get it in the boss battle? I don't know. My gut is saying no, realistically you can't get it in that battle. We're just not going to have enough time. Place more road lanterns, got rid of flesh golem, which I'm not against. Really, we're just trying to spawn the boss now. Blooming meadow. Would I spawn the boss in this loop? Yeah, I think I would. Still, I said only 400 HP, so if he targets us, we're in trouble. So we're really asking for him not to target us. I'm happy to start placing some foresters down here now. And this scarecrow effect can be pretty useful for us to ignore fighting annoying enemies. We're not going to level, I think. But I don't know. It's really hard to like judge right now. I think generally it's better to loop one more time. So I think if we're literally at like camp, I will loop it. Well, I feel pretty strong right now. Ooh, brass candlestick. I don't think we've seen that before. The hero's damage is increased by 5% when he's in range of a road lantern or a beacon. The effects don't stack. Well, this would have been nice to like pick up at some point. I think I would definitely equip this with beacons, and it makes beacons no longer a symmetrical effect, which is very useful. And now gives us a reason to put beacons and stuff around the boss battle. Or in this case, we'll just try and put a road lantern by the boss battle. Place another thicket down. Place another thicket down. I think I'm going to hold the meadow for now. And it was in part for that reason. I'm considering looping one more time. No. Well, it very much depends about the quality of stuff I get now. If I got like loads of thickets, I think I would just start throwing them all down. Oh, Oblivion. What do we not want to fight coming forwards? You know what? I don't want to fight any more bandits. Bandits are pretty horrible. And I'm going to place this thicket down now. And let's see where we go. So we have now an artilleryman who can't be touched, and it's just going to keep peppering them. Dude, this is pretty nice right now. You know what? I think we should fight the boss in this loop. I've flipped and flopped. It's taking so long to get around the loop that I think we would ding if we went around one more time, and I think that is the safer thing to do. but it'd also be kind of tedious. We're pretty comfortable right now. We're going to get lots of cards before the boss. Let's just go for it. One more forest. Out 3 boss again. I wonder if they have new dialogue now that we've completed the game before. So we continue to keep summoning skeletons pretty quickly. The quality is 55%, which is okay. I think that's normally where we have it when we fight in bosses. And we have some more suburbs. So let's keep placing suburbs down. So I think I'm happy to trade all these cards out. This on paper is a difficult battle, but we've got so many allies that the probability of us taking too much damage is negligible, and if we get hit, it splits the damage between all our allies. Oh my, a grimoire that is... So we lose plus max skeleton. This would be the artillery one, but we gain so much more attack speed, and the skeleton level flies up. But we do lose a lot of skeleton quality. You know what? I'm going to stick with what we've got. I think that might actually be better. But I don't know. This might be naivety. I feel like we can make this work still. I guess the question is, are a skeleton... You know what? This is dumb. I wanted to get him out just like for free peppering damage. But honestly, the hounds are going to start just one-shotting those skeletons, aren't they? Yeah, this is stupid. We should take the level. Even losing the quality, I think, is worth it. So we can't get this artillery skeleton anymore. Keep making suburbs. We might level still, but I suspect we won't. Buckery, I'm just going to place it in front of us. And let's trade all these cards out. We have an Oblivion. Is there any tile in front of me I don't want to fight? No. So this is going to be, again, another pretty first-time thing for us. I think around Oblivion just gets swapped. Because it does no benefit to us. I mean, the only one I can think of is there. It's just removing that tile. But I don't think we have to worry right now. How many things do we have? We just have one Buckery left. I don't know. It shouldn't be a bad fight for us, but it's the only fight that can hurt us, really. It would change this to a Hungry Grove. Let's not fight it. The Buckery changed our stuff into equally useless stuff, except for this thicket, so I guess it's not the end of the world. Another quest. Annoyingly, it's a skeleton in the Blood Grove, so we're going to get to that thing down from the Hungry Grove, which I'm hoping will just go into the skeletons. This is kind of an annoying fight for us, I'm not going to lie. At least stop hitting it. Ooh, okay. We didn't use any potions, that's kind of nice. No, I think I want the attack speed. Honestly, I would not mind a Buckery right now. Or an Oblivion. Buckery and Oblivion would be nice. Oh, this is kind of an annoying tile as well. Might have been a misplay, honestly, making a Hungry Grove. I was hoping we would just kill these battles so quickly that it just didn't matter. But it kind of has been mattering. We're not going to level either, which is not surprising. And the likelihood is now we're not going to pick up free thickets, so I'm going to just use them there. We have these rivers that we just can't use anymore. I mean, I guess we can put it there, but I don't think we can go any further. Yeah, that didn't synergize, that's fine. But I think we're good for fighting the last boss. I don't think he'll kill our skeletons too fast. I think we'll summon him good enough. Our attack speed is plus 216%, by the way. just like insane attack speed levels. We're gonna have to fight this guy. Not on the end of the world. He also can give us pretty loot, so we might be able to get an upgrade. We've still got kind of a naff ring here. Yeah. Let me just look at these rings. No, I'm not really interested. I think we can get 4 skeletons out against him, so this is going to be the Act 3 boss. And I'm feeling pretty confident. The hunt begins. Get him. Woof. So, not a new voice line. So, come on, skeletons. Yeah, we got all 4 out. We could have actually had the 5th one, just peppering them from the back. But it's not the end of the world. We're getting hit right now. We're splitting it onto our skeletons, which is quite nice. But we're very much doing, like, the same thing to each other. We're sort of, like, slowly weeding down all their HP equivalent, and he's doing the same to us. We have 9 potions, though. And just start drinking them all if you have to. I mean, so far this is going pretty nicely for us. We've killed the boss. It's just his hounds now. The hounds still, though, have a difficult bite. But I think we've got it. That's going to help us as well. And here comes the question. Normally I'd, like, leave after we've done this. It's just a waste of time. The new hunt is coming. I've already got your scent. Hunter's Nightmare. So I think this is killing, I guess, Hunter 3 times, but I'm not sure. Because we did kill him in Act 4 as well. Hero has a 6% chance to reflect a range shot into a random enemy. Not bad. Once per battle, hero does 4 hits with a double the speed. Sorry. Once per battle, the hero does 4 hits with double the speed when the health falls below 20%. That's not going to come up too often. A hero or his skeletons have a 20% chance to perform a quick 3-hit combo, which is dealing 50% damage. Okay, so it's like times 1.5. But it doesn't really work like that. It seems kind of bad. Or we can just get resources. Give me the resources. And you know what? I was going to say, maybe we should just keep looping. But I don't feel like there's much of a reason to right now. The resource that I feel like we need to collect the most of is stone and metal, and we've not got a deck to pick up lots of stone. So I think we just retreat. We pick up just the basic resources. And this has worked out pretty nicely. So on the next episode, we'll come back into Act 3 again. But we'll take the warrior, I think, and just knock that off the bell. And then we'll go back to Act 4 with both of those 2 characters again. Is there anything I can upgrade? Potion Maker's Hut. I could upgrade that again. +1 potions refilled at the camp. That's not bad. That gives us 3 potions each camp. We only have 1 of these resources, which is kind of annoying. But what I'm really looking for is Cemetery. We need 4 stones. But 20% HP after revival seems pretty good for us. So, you know what? Let's do some alchemy. So I need 4 stones. And 4 stones is... I always get this the wrong way around. It's 200, isn't it? So it's the higher amount. And this is what we get back off it. So I need to get 200. What will give me 200 pretty comfortably? Another achievement for alchemy. In a way, it's kind of a shame that it seems to just be hydrogen. I kind of wish like it was like hydrogen, helium, and maybe like other low elements in the like star formation cycle. Maybe like some lithium or something, or beryllium. But no, just hydrogen. I guess it's simpler that way. And let's synthesize some stones. And let's come back to our cemetery and upgrade it. You stand up and walk, but you're limping. Not good. The locals told me how one can stop limping so much. It'll be better now, trust me. Okay, and it can still be upgraded again. So we get 35% of our HP, which is really nice. And we can do it again. Camp's item slot. I'm not sure what this symbol is. Is it food? Anyway, we need 52 stone for that, so that is a lot. The other buildings that I really need to upgrade? No. War camp I could upgrade. 4% to hero strength. I need a lot of metal. So I need 9 metals. Let's go back to synthesis. Or alchemy. So 9 metals is 450. So I need to get a way of getting 450. I could trade away these. These aren't really worth it. You know what? I've got so many rations. Let's get a big chunk off this. Turning food into metal. Who doesn't love that? We still have that odd number, and what was it? The war camp. Yeah, let's upgrade. Fine. Now I'm starting to believe that you're fencing and not chopping wood. Chopping wood has worked quite well for me so far. And who will you complain to when it stops? You should always think ahead. So don't speak so bluntly. You know what? Let's go over blunt weapons again. So we have now 12% strength increase. And we can get another 4% if we want. But we need 40 metals now. So as I said, I don't know if I'm going to go through and upgrade every single thing in this game. And we'll keep running till then. I haven't decided yet how I feel about it. Currently, my kind of thinking is that I'm going to complete the game with all the characters. I said, so I've got 3 more left. A necromancer in Act 4, warrior in Act 3, and warrior in Act 4. And then that's, I think, all completions. I don't know if it'll unlock anything new for us. And then I might just go and look online for some like other synergies that maybe we haven't found yet. So I don't think we actually unlocked anything in this. Oh, we got towns, didn't we, from suburbs. So we've got all the landscape ones now, so there's no more landscapes. Honestly, I don't know how I feel about that. We didn't really look into it. Oh, articles unlocked. Open more info requires the Book of Memories. What? Has this always been there? What? Oh, it comes with a description. Rock solid proof that humanity's desire to conquer this world was born from their curiosity and obsession with standards. The monument itself has been repaired and redone multiple times, so it noticeably differs from the original design. On the oldest maps you won't find a zero meridian, instead you will see a picture of a freestanding white stone. Nowadays it looks like a metal plate with cardinal directions embedded into a stone square. Not much is known about the person who installed this geographic point of reference. It seems that he didn't grow up to become a famous cartographer, but it's clear that he was a remarkably charismatic person, because even vampires who tend to look down on human inventions also accept the zero meridian as standard in their geography teachings. So as I said, meridian mustn't be horizontal, it must be on the vertical. But I didn't really look into it. Okay, so articles unlocked 1. Did it give us any information? Does it affect bosses? I was just wondering if we could use it to fill in blanks, but we can't fill in a blank. But are there things that we could potentially look at? Like if I do this, will it potentially tell us any synergies? Or is it just lore? If it's just lore, I'm not going to go through all this, I suppose. I think it's just lore. What do we know that gave something? Let's just unlock river. Doubles effects. I was wondering if it gave us some ideas of how to unlock other things. But I think it's just lore. Literally, that's all we're getting off this. Articles unlocked 0 of 3. Lore? Thanks for telling me. So it's just comments. Okay. So I guess this is what these are for. We haven't really found too many things about them. Is everything just lore? Yeah. Okay. I'm not going to go through and read all these because that will take a long time. And I'm not sure if I'm going to go through and unlock the lore. I guess there's going to be an achievement associated with doing this. Dialogue's locked. So there must be other things we can do. I guess it is beating it with all of the characters. Maybe there's like some secret things about that. What is his lore? Okay, it's just, again, lore. You can freeze it if you want to read it. I'm not going through all this right now. As much as I've enjoyed this game, like, just solid reading in lore is probably a bit too much for me. Okay, well, it was nice to find that out. I don't know if that's been there the entire time, or I unlocked it when I completed the game. Not always the most, like, observant of types, I suppose. But what enemies are we missing? So, there's definitely must be something. I say definitely must be. I think there's something with Watcher and another tile. I don't know if it's like Watcher Beacon or whatever it is. That's what my guess is going to be here. Maybe Goblin and something else, like Hobgoblins. But, yeah. Okay, I'll have a little think about it, I guess, between episodes. And maybe we'll try and build our deck around trying to, like, figure some of this out. Anyway, if you've enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment, and subscription. Tell me how your runs have been going, if you've been playing as well, or if you've been following along to this series, then it'd be nice to know what you think. So, thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.